Hello everybody, it's me Farham. Going to explore this glitch in Deep Rock Galactic a bit more. Only a short video tonight, just going to take you through some of the things I've found while trying to find some easier replication steps. Seeing there's been a few challenges with trying to get this to happen, and I'll be the first to admit I was probably only getting a 1 in 10, 1 in 15 success rate on this when I went to make my first video. But I think I found a few things about how this glitch works, how it gets set up, which might make it easier for some people, as well as what affects it and how likely it is to work. So yeah, I hope you stay with me for the episode, and let's jump right in. Alright, so coming straight in with the first attempt, doing this on doing a bit more preamble on this first, just showing the first run. Going in with the engineer just on hazard 1, just keeping it simple, just want to test out what's happening with the landing pad. So just picking the engineer, killing the enemies, going standing near the landing pad, trying to replicate exactly what we did in the last glitch. And what we did in the last glitch was edge ourselves right to the top of this ramp, then at 3 seconds run down and try and run off the ramp exactly, basically 1 second, or be constantly moving on the ramp and then leave the ramp just as it hits 0. So that's what we're trying to achieve on this first run. So hazard 1, nice and easy. So that's the first way this can go wrong. Edge down the ramp, fine, but then jumped off too early. Yeah, if you run too far away, it's not going to run you back on the ramp, it just fails. Alright, so after several heartbreaking attempts, all going much the same way, would get on the ramp, edge to the top, come back down, run off to the left or right. Didn't seem to matter which way, I just couldn't time it quite right that we would get the glitch to happen. So I started to get a bit frustrated. I was trying to leave it about half a second later before I started running off. I was trying to really adjust the times. This was the result. This is what can happen if you go too late. Didn't run myself back up the ramp there. That's something that happens automatically in game. So, yeah. So we've seen a couple of ways that this can fail now. You can either come too early or you can come too late. Both of which are pretty bad events. You will get in a lot of trouble for either, most of the time. That being said, we're back with what you're seeing as try 3, which is probably my try 30. And we're still edging to the top of the ramp. At this stage, I still think that flag's important, but I'm sure that once it's been hit, you've hit it. You don't need to wait there until 3 seconds, and I'm sort of thinking about trying something a bit different there. In the end, I just decided to wait at the top of the actual ramp. Doing what I'm calling the wiggle method, which is just running around on the ramp like a madman and hoping that you run off and on at the right time. Now, I lost control of my character briefly there, but I did run off and on at the right time, and I ended up on the ramp at the point that the timer turned to 0, but I was off the ramp at 1 second. Now, we'll slow that down and zoom in again, and we'll have a bit more of a quick look at exactly what's happening there. Alright, so the wiggle method was both a silly name and, honestly, rather silly to try and show off. Wasn't consistent, was running around like a madman on the ramp. It's the same as edging slowly down the ramp. It's not consistent. So on this attempt, we're going to try and do some specific inputs. We've gone and hit the perceived flag at the top of the ramp. We're now going to wait at the bottom, and we're going to try and do 3 inputs. Left, left, or right, left, right. I can't remember which, but let's see. So we're zooming in on 5 seconds. I'll turn the horrible sound off because it literally sounded like nails on a chalkboard. Now you've just got my lovely voice. But at 1 second, we run left, back, and then left again. We were on the ramp at 0 seconds, lost control of the character as we ran left off the ramp, and the glitch is once again initiated. So that seems to be a consistent way of doing it with just the 3 inputs on the ramp. And after those 2 successes, I think we've got one more thing I'd like to show off. So coming in with the scout here, thought I'd mix things up. We're not going to go to the top of the drop pod anymore. I decided I didn't think it was really anything to do with this glitch. It just felt like an unnecessary risk where you'd run to the top and potentially fall into the drop pod. So this time, just went straight to the bottom. Going to do those same set of movements, and we'll zoom in, slow down, and this time we can watch me mess them up in slow motion. So you can see here, I run a fraction of a second too late there. So I'm off too late, but an interesting thing happens here. The timer glitches anyway, so I don't believe you need to be at that door. I think you just need to be on the ramp, and then you can just do the left, right, left. And if you get the timing right, which you'd have to base on your move speed, you'd probably be able to do this every time. So that's it. That's the glitch, and as far as I've got with it so far. If you've watched this long, then thank you very much. I hope to see you in a later video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. Have a good one.